Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.
Hello, I'm Lori Steiner. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, we'll look behind health headlines to see if they work for your well-being. Then, we'll go between the covers of a new magazine for baby boomers and find out what it will feature. Here Comes the Bride. We'll help everyone in the wedding party wear a beautiful smile. Plus, we'll help you start your Christmas shopping with a story your grandchildren will love. And is your mind made up about your Medicaid coverage? We'll offer insight into open enrollment.
It's time to get geoing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. You're taking care of your aging mom, but who's taking care of you? The truth is, caregiving can take a toll on your health and well-being. Shirley Ratner is here with ways to ward off wearing yourself out. Dr. Ratner is a clinical psychologist with Metro Health. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And I know caregivers feel all alone, but actually there's a whole lot of caregivers out there, aren't there?
Yes, that's right. The good news is that about 80% of all caregivers are considered informal. They may be a family or a friend that's taking care of it. So there really are a lot of supports for informal caregivers out there.
Okay. And caregiving, even with support, it doesn't mean it's an easy job.
That's right, that's right. It's not easy. First and foremost, often taking care of somebody means you might be taking care of somebody who used to take care of you. So there is a change in role, and sometimes that comes with a period of grieving where you have a sense of some depression or anger or frustration that now you're taking care of somebody who used to take care of you. So you want to pay attention not just to the physical stress of caregiving, but it takes an emotional toll as well.
Yeah, and you don't want to lose yourself in all of this caregiving. You got to take care of yourself too. So
that's right.
What are some signs that maybe you are starting to, lose yourself and have some problems?
Right. So some signs of stress when you're caregiving will include being tired or sleepy. You might gain or lose weight. You may feel irritable. You may lose an interest in activities that normally you would enjoy. Some other symptoms may be physical, such as you might get headaches or body pain. And what can happen is that you may start to self-medicate with either alcohol or prescription drugs.
Okay,
so
and that would be bad.
Careful.
So how
Yes.
can we manage this stress as a caregiver?
Right. So, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And first and foremost, you want to get some support. One of the things you could start to do is to make a list of all the things that need to be done, and then see if you can delegate them. For example, maybe somebody could take the person for a walk once a week. Maybe somebody can cook a meal and give you a break. So delegating can be a great way to get support. Other ways to get support is joining a support group and being among people who are going through the same things that you are, because you can often find ways to solve problems that way. Another way is to set some realistic goals for yourself and learn to say no. So if you're being asked to cook the holiday dinner, say no. You don't have to do it. So those are some of the ways that you could take care of yourself. Physically, make sure you have a good sleep routine, that you're eating healthy, that you're going out for coffee with a friend on a regular basis, and even make sure that you're visiting your doctor regularly, that you're vaccinated, that you're taking your flu shot, and or get some individual therapy if you need a counselor or a therapist, somebody to talk to about some of these stressors.
Are there other resources in the area that you can turn to?
Absolutely. Resources in the community will include things such as the Division of Senior and Adult Services in Cuyahoga County, where they fund many community social service programs, including adult development programs, transportation. They might include home-delivered meals and congregate dining, where seniors can gather in locations to enjoy meals together. Then there's also the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging. They have Meals on Wheels plus congregate meals at senior and community centers and a seniors farmers market nutrition program, which provides $50 in coupons to consumers that can be redeemed for fresh vegetables and more from farmers at the market and roadside stands. These are both great resources to tap into along with the Cleveland Department of Aging.
All right. That was great information for us today. Caregiving means giving care to your loved ones without forgetting to give care to yourself. My thanks to Shirley for giving us such caring advice.
To learn more, call Metro Health at 216-778-7800 or visit their website, www.metrohealth.org. Next, a publication for our peers. But first, it's hard to imagine anyone other than Peter Falk playing the role of the raincoat-rumpled Lieutenant Columbo. However, Falk wasn't the first to be presented with the part. Do you know the initial actor who was offered the option but copped out? We'll sing out the answer when we return.
Hilltop Village Apartments is retirement living at its best. Residents enjoy a wide variety of activities and living services with all large first-floor apartments, private screened-in patios with beautiful park views, daily dining room meals, free laundry facilities, 24-hour staff, and so much more. Enjoy safe, comfortable independence at a very affordable price. Call today for a tour and learn how you can get your first month's rent free. Hilltop Village Apartments, retirement living at its best.
You may think of him more as crooning a tune than capturing a criminal as Columbo, but Bing Crosby was the first choice to play the part of the deceptively distracted detective. Oh, and just one more thing. The reason he refused? Bing didn't want anything to interrupt his game of golf.
Hey, Laura, you're on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just couldn't put this magazine down. It's called Northeast Ohio Boomers and Beyond. You don't recognize it? That's because it's brand new. In fact, we have a preview copy, but you'll be able to put your hands on one in just a few days for free. To lay out the launch of this premier publication is its founder and publisher, Brad Mitchell. So welcome to the show here.
Hi.
So congratulations on this first issue. What made you decide that you wanted to bring this type of a magazine to Northeast Ohio?
Well, we recognize the over 50 population is certainly growing here in Northeast Ohio. We want to do something unique for this audience. So we have a magazine called Northeast Ohio Parent, which is a monthly magazine, as you know. We have a section in there called Aging Answers, which really deals with support for the caregiver. And we really felt that as the need was growing, that this generation needed its own publication to speak to its needs directly.
Okay. You have a tagline, it's
Yes.
Your Journey, Your Life. So
Right.
what does that mean?
Your journey, your life, and it's really emphasizing the fact that we're all on a unique path, that everyone's choices are different, that you have supporters within this journey, and it's a community of support, but ultimately you have individual choice, and we want to help empower you with giving you options, showing you alternatives.
Excellent. So we're going to talk about what's in between the covers, but first, let's kind of talk about what is on the cover.
Right. Well, many of you will recognize Jack Staff, who was the founder of the Cleveland Marathon and still runs it. He doesn't run himself anymore because he has had knee surgery, but you know, Jack has run it for a number of years, and we wanted to feature him as a lifelong Clevelander and also show that there are older runners who still can complete the entire marathon, a 79-year-old and an 82-year-old who ran the entire marathon.
Wow, that's something I couldn't do.
That's great inspiration for all of us.
So what else will we find in between the covers?
Well, whether you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or we all know we need to stay active and be active. So we certainly talk a lot about fitness and financial planning. We talk about health. We talk about housing. Really, the whole gamut of what's important to boomers and beyond as we age here in Northeast Ohio. We also have a great review of the live theater season, which, you know, encouraging people to get out and to see all the wonderful cultural things we have in this region.
I mean, Northeast Ohio is a great place to raise a family, build your life, and, you know, this can help support that, huh? Exactly.
You know, it's a great place to raise a family as well as to age and to really enjoy the world-class cultural things we have here. We have great health care, sports teams, a diversity of weather, as we say, and some people who have some wonderful stories to share as we go.
Okay, how often is the magazine going to be published?
Well, we come out in just a few days on Veterans Day, November 11th, and then we'll be 6 times in 2016, every other month.
Okay, and it's free?
Absolutely free. You'll find it at over 500 locations throughout Northeast Ohio, and everywhere from fitness places, salons, healthcare, libraries, senior centers, lots of places, absolutely free.
All right, so here's the magazine again. It's got amazing articles, interesting information, exciting entertainment, all in one place and all geared to Northeast Ohio baby boomers and beyond. Look for the premiere issue beginning this Thursday, November 11th on Veterans Day. As Brad noted, there are plenty of places to pick it up for free. Need to know more? Use the information that's coming up next. And my thanks to Brad for previewing this publication with us today.
For more information, call Northeast Ohio Boomer and Beyond at 330-822-4022 or email them at info@northeastohioboomer.com. Next, big day, big smiles. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. There's still time to trim your 2015 taxes. For tips about this topic, plan to attend a complimentary seminar presented by the Lineweaver Financial Group titled The Tax Landscape. The seminar will be held Tuesday, November 10th at 6 p.m. and again Thursday, November 12th at 1 p.m. at the Lineweaver offices in Valley View. To reserve your seat, call 1-888-313-4009 or log on to www.lineweaver.net.
We have some family news to report this morning. You all know Dennis Steve Marsh from our segments on our show. Well, years ago, his daughter Abby started her TV career as an intern on this very program, Golden Opportunities. Today, she works as a successful writer and producer for NBC TV in Los Angeles. And just recently, she got married. We know her bright smile was perfectly bright on her wedding day, but what about the other wedding party people who don't have a dentist as their dad? Steve's here with stories that help everyone smile, live happily ever after. Yes, and we saw a picture.
Yeah, and just caught me looking. That was Wendy and I walking Abby down the aisle absolutely a month ago, and she does have a beautiful smile. But you know, Lori, we see a lot of brides and grooms who come to us early on. Sometimes way before the wedding. I just had somebody who came 6 months before.
That's probably a good idea early on, right?
Good idea. Sometimes they get them 6 weeks before. But people want to look good, whether it's a suit you're wearing. And they know there's going to be a lot of pictures, so you want to have a beautiful smile. And that's when a lot of people come to us. And you know, Lori, brides are not just like Abby in their 30s. They're 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And oftentimes there's an age discrepancy. You know, it's not uncommon for an older guy to bring a younger woman in, and recently I had a woman who came and brought him in, her fiance, and said, you've got to fix his teeth. If he doesn't fix his teeth, I told him I'm not marrying him. So that age discrepancy works in the favor of getting your teeth done as well.
Okay, how about parents, grandparents of the bride?
Well, certainly, because
or groom.
Or groom. They're certainly going to have their teeth they're going to be in the pictures as well, and they want to have great smiles. And
of course.
And you want to see people and be in front and be proud. And without a great smile, you really don't want to do it. And too many people come in and say they're hiding their smile. So they come to us before the wedding and get fixed up.
All right, so you have a few photos here, some of your patients before special occasions, what they did.
Yeah. And sometimes it's reunions. This actually was a bride. I mentioned 6 weeks. She came with her mother 6 weeks before the wedding. And she said, I know there's going to be a lot of pictures. I want her to look her best. She was always ashamed of her smile. She was very bright, very fun, but would hide those teeth. And so we came in and did some porcelain veneers. And we did those actually in about 2 to 3 weeks. I did show her what I wanted to accomplish. She told me. And there she is, her before and after. And she said it was one of the best days of her life, obviously, because of the wedding. But they sent us also some wedding pictures because she was so proud of how she looked.
Yeah, she looks great.
We mentioned family members. This is a maid of honor. Her sister was getting married. And they came to me again. Pretty much the whole family did, the bride, the groom.
Oh, boy.
Let's see, fathers, and this is a sister, the maid of honor. She came to me and said, I don't want a lot done, but I want to make my smile even, look good. I don't have time to go through braces, had we had the time. So we did some gum contouring. We do that with a laser to make the gums even. On the lower teeth, if you can focus there, we just did some reshaping of the teeth. And in the upper, we did some hand bonding. I did it right in the office. And Lori, that was accomplished in about a 2-hour appointment.
Oh, boy.
That same daughter's father, he came in. His teeth had some wear. On the lowers, we whitened them. That's just whitening and reshaping. And in the upper front 4 teeth, we did some porcelain crowns to give him that beautiful smile. Interesting. So our other daughter, Stephanie, got married 6 years ago. This man's daughter got married on the exact same day. He came to me a month or 2 before and said, my wife said I've got to have him fixed. I've always wanted him white and even. So we did some porcelain work to give him that beautiful smile. A little white for me, but it wasn't too white for him. And lastly, grandmother of the bride, going to the wedding, always took care of everybody in her family, but not herself. Her husband and daughter came in and said, we want Mom to be proud at the wedding. She loved it. She enjoyed the smile. This is porcelain bridge work, no metal, to give her that beautiful smile. So it doesn't seem to matter what your age. It's important to have that beautiful smile on a wedding day or a reunion.
Absolutely. The good news is you don't need a wedding or a special event as an excuse to get a smile makeover. You can do it right now. To find out more, just give Steve a call. His number's next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, a Christmas conundrum. It's time to get up and go, an exercise segment on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, I'm Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and we're here today to show you how to work every major muscle in the lower body with one simple exercise. You ready to go?
I am ready.
Let's do it. Okay. We have a chair next to us here in the studio. You should have some firm surface next to you just in case you get trouble when you're at home. All we're going to do is stand with good posture. We're going to keep our feet shoulder width apart. We're simply going to take one big step out in front of us, dip down so both legs are at about a 90-degree angle, and push yourself back up. Alternate. Let's go ahead and switch legs, down and up. In this particular movement, we want to do at least 20 repetitions so we can at least get 10 for each side. How you feeling?
Dynamite.
Dynamite, all right. Notice Lori has great posture here. She's doing good. Make sure you breathe. Exhale with exertion. Inhale as your body's resting. And now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 6105 Parkland Boulevard, Suite 140, Mayfield Heights, Ohio, 44124.
Most of us have 3 acts in life: childhood, our working lives, and then that extra act, Act 3, where we explore new possibilities. Irv Corman has added a few additions to his 3rd act, including that of author. Irv is here with his latest book, just in time for the holidays, Citytown Christmas Conundrum. Wow. But before we talk about that story, let's take a look at your own personal title, starting with teacher.
Well, I was a public school teacher and a college instructor, and before retirement I did my own character, Marlo the Magic Clown, and I was area Ronald McDonald. I did Santa Claus, theater critic, entertainment writer, and actor, and I think life to me is a buffet, so I wanted to try something else, so I sampled author.
Okay, so you were on the show before. You had a couple of other books that you've written previous to that about interviewing well-known actors.
Correct. I was Jerry Lewis's bodyguard for 10 minutes and other celebrity encounters, and I was Jackie Mason's chauffeur for 5 minutes and more celebrity encounters. They were based on reviews and interviews I had with actors and entertainers who were like down the street at Playhouse Square, Carousel Dinner Theater, Tangier Restaurant in Akron, and it was great. They were very cooperative, and I had a great time. I was very lucky.
But you've added a children's book now to your shelf. Why is it a Christmas story?
I get asked that a lot, especially since I'm Jewish, I guess. So I had an idea about 5 characters nobody wants to see on Christmas Eve. Halloween ghost, Thanksgiving turkey, Valentine Cupid, St. Patrick's Day Leprechaun, and the Easter Bunny. So I figured, you know, what could they do based on their own unique talents on Christmas Eve, since nobody wants to see them?
Okay, and you've put a little fun in it for the parents and grandparents too, who are reading the stories, especially like the names of the characters, right?
Right. I've got George Gobble, the Thanksgiving turkey, Fred Astaire, the Halloween ghost, Jack Rabbit, the Easter Bunny, Patio Furniture, the St. Patrick's Day Leprechaun, and Clara Bowanero, the St. Valentine's Day Cupid. And after adults read it to their kids, they thank me because they got something out of it that the kids didn't. So they thank me for it.
So without giving away too much, can you just give us a little hint about what happens to these characters that nobody really wants to see at Christmas?
Well, they're sitting in a park bench feeling sorry for themselves. Nobody wants to see them. So they see two orphans who have nothing. So they follow them to where they live, and based on their unique holiday attributes and abilities, they band together to see that these two children have a nice holiday.
All right. So if folks want to find out more, they either got to buy the book,
Correct.
or you're going to be in person at the Christmas Connection at the IX Center, right?
November 20th, 21st, and 22nd at the IX Center, and December 6th, I'll be at the Learn It Out bookshop in Hudson from 1 to 3.
All right. Sounds like a great book to pick up for Christmas. So has Irv inspired you to write a new chapter for your own Act 3? Or do you just want to know how his city-town Christmas conundrum ends? Either case, to find out more, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Irv for joining us today.
To order City Town Christmas Conundrum, visit Irv Corman's website, www.irvcorman.com, or call Loco Neal Publishers at 216-772-8380. Next, understanding Medicare open enrollment.
Here at Metro Health, you know you matter when it matters most. Here, we are the city's best at preparing for the world's worst. Here, we are the only verified burn center in Ohio for adults and children. Here, you'll find exceptional clinicians with extraordinary hearts. So the work we do here at Metro Health makes an impact here, out here, and right here. Metro Health, we're here for you, for all of you.
Did you miss a phone number or website? Then here's your second chance, because we're going to list all of that information again. Then we'll be back to open up about Medicare open enrollment. It's fall, the leaves are turning colors, the air is brisk, there is pumpkin flavored everything at the grocery store, and it's also open enrollment time for Medicare. Here today to discuss the important rules regarding open enrollment is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Mike. So I hear it's open enrollment time as we're talking about, so what's the time frames to enroll?
Okay, well, it began October 15th. It goes through December 7th. You can enroll in the Medicare Advantage plan, and effective the next year, 2016.
Okay. Can't I enroll in Medicare anytime?
Well, you can, but the thing is, if you enroll out of the enrollment period, they'll look at your medical history, and that could impact your ability to get the coverage at the cost you want. So if you enroll during this period, your pre-existing conditions are irrelevant.
Okay. Now, do I have to change my Medicare plan during open enrollment?
Absolutely not. If you like what you have, you don't have to change it. Every year you get something in the mail. It's called an annual notice of change and evidence of coverage, and that explains what your coverage is. Take a look at it. If you like what you have for next year, then keep it and don't do anything. If you don't like what you have, then use this opportunity to figure out what you need and change to it.
Okay. Can I only change Part A and Part B, or can I change my drug coverage at the same time?
You can mix and match. So if you want to change your drug coverage, you can without changing the others, or not change your drug coverage. Again, look at what you have and see if it fits your needs.
Okay, so I know we talked about there's Medicare A and Medicare B is health insurance. There's Medicare D, drug coverage, but what is Medicare Part C?
Okay, that's a good question. It's really confusing. Medicare A and B are the traditional Medicare. A is the hospital coverage, B is, as you said, the health insurance coverage, and D is the drug plan. And you can also, get that and maybe a supplement if you want to, fix any missing parts of the drug plan. C is a combination of A and B. And what it is, it's a private insurance companies will issue C coverage. And generally, you have to use the doctors and hospitals that are in the private coverage. And most of those plans do have some sort of drug coverage, but if they don't, then you can get C and then maybe D along with it. So it gets complicated, but if you do your homework, you'll figure out what you need. And then there's a website, of course, for everything. And there's a website for this. It's www.medicare.gov. And take a look at it. Figure out what you want. Plan in advance.
Okay, so you could pick A and B, or you can pick a C that is a combo plan.
That's right.
Kind of like a Chinese menu.
Yes.
So, Mike, thanks for the great advice. It sounds like there's a lot to consider and not a lot of time to make that decision. So remember, open enrollment began October 15th and runs through December 7th. Check out your plan's annual notice of change to see if it still fits your needs. And for more help, give Mike a call. The number's next.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssandplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, you can take an early withdrawal from an investment, but should you? We'll offer advice. We'll check up on the health of your health insurance, and we'll offer singular information about estate planning for singles. And as always, you get to see me exercising, we get a community calendar, and lots more great information on golden opportunities. But until next week, do please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions. Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.